So, Dragon Ball Daima. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect going into this. I had many mixed feelings. Let's get into it. So first off, we start off with a pretty nice recap of the end of Z near the Majin Buu saga. We get to see nice, crisp animation styles with our introduction of new characters to the Daima cast or crew, however you want to call it. We see the older new Demon King at the moment with a Kai kind of see the live events as they're happening and see what their future entails. Honestly, at first when seeing the characters, I didn't know how I'd feel about them, but I had to take a step back and think, you know what? This is a kid's show. It's made for children, and the fact that I'm still enjoying this and watching it just goes to show that it should be pretty fun. But besides the nostalgia pull at the beginning, obviously to get the older fans in with the newer generation, let's get into that part. So the beginning is fairly what you'd expect of any series that's new. I liked it. The new introduction of like 3 characters, the Kai, sister, brother, and then the Demon King. We see a new Namekian dude, old bastard, funny looking dude too. And we get the understanding of the new demon world, which is pretty cool. I always wondered, I think, as most of us did, the happenings of Z and Super, and then what happened to Kibito Kai, and all of that good stuff. So this kind of fills in the gaps between Toriyama's story, Babidi, Boo, a little bit, I guess, if you think about it, Bibidi. So it's really cool seeing how Toriyama specifically wanted to piece together Dragon Ball as a whole, while then making it fresh again, in a sense. And one episode in, honestly, it's not too bad. I know most of you have probably seen the reviews at this point of the episodes, because I'm getting this a week later, so I'm watching it on Netflix. My ass doesn't have Crunchyroll or anything yet, so I'm just enjoying it as most of you are, I believe. Anyway, the 3 main characters then head to Earth to use the Dragon Balls. I think that's an interesting idea, having the original Namek, who made all of the Dragon Balls, go to his predecessor's Dragon Balls to be able to use it. So that's another little question that was answered with the Super Dragon Balls, and then Namekians in general. The pointy ear, supposedly, are all Demon Realm type people. Popo. Freaking Popo makes sense being a Demon Realm warrior. Jesus Christ. Seeing his face made me so happy but then terrified at the same time. Interesting seeing the dynamic between Dende and the other Namek. Obviously Dende's a little more protective. Gohan's out doing some studying. We then move into our main characters then making their wish. And they make everybody else young. Honestly, I thought this was going to be pretty cheesy going into it. The idea of Goku being a kid again, Vegeta being a kid. All of the main characters are now children, first graders specifically, and all the existing children are now babies. So this just makes you wonder what the hell's going to happen in the series. It's obviously setting a goofy tone. It's riddled with Toriyama's little sense of humor and quirkiness, which is pretty fun and nice, refreshing. Just makes me wonder how episode 2 is going to be. So after one episode, I enjoyed it. That 30 minutes seemingly went by a little too fast. 2, obvious nice nostalgia pull with the Z ending and then nice animation redoing. 3, it's a new Dragon Ball story to watch, so why wouldn't it be bad if you're into it? I think anyone who just enjoys Dragon Ball, the original, Z, Kai, Super, GT, who just enjoys the Dragon Ball universe would have no problem just kicking back and enjoying the silliness, whether it's canon or not. Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball, especially when it comes from the main source. For the most part, it makes it that much better. Lastly, it makes you want to come back. I think the ending happened a little too quickly. We just saw the beginning of Shenron's first wish happen, and the transition of regular adults that were used to kids. It seems like it's going to be pretty fun. Lots of little teasing and humor between there. And I have no idea what's going to come of this one. But you know what? I'm excited. What do you think of the new Dragon Ball Daima? Do you think it's reaching? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's just going to be enjoyable? Let me know your thoughts. I'm still kind of like just being neutral about it. I'm not having high expectations, low expectations. Obviously, there's not going to be like Ultra Instinct Kid Goku or first grader Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta fighting Kid Jiren or whatever. But still, it will have its moments. It'll have its quirkiness. I think it's going to be more of a goofy, fun story overall. And that's about it for this one. So, another one probably coming after episode 2. Let's see what Daima has to bring. First heard of it, I thought this is going to suck. It's going to be silly. Not for me. Now, after watching one episode, can't wait for the next. And with that, talk to you in the next one. Damn, freaking Daima though? Who would have thought?